Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. There's a couple of things I want to say here before we start this analysis. This will be recorded in native 4K, the highest possible bitrate, okay? But I do want you to understand that there's no way for me to record HDR. And so you will still see the graphics, you will still see the resolution, but you're going to be missing that color gamut. It's going to be stripped away. Also, along with the color gamut, the contrast ratio that the HDR implements will be stripped away. So the HDR is stripped away. And I just want to say that when you add HDR to this game, it is simply jaw-dropping. It looks beautiful. You'll just have to take my word for it. And I'm going to explain to you why the PC version is the best version to go with if your PC can handle it. Now, these are my settings. As you can see, I'm running it at 3840 by 2160 native 4K. My anti-aliasing is set to FXAA. My frame rate is automatic. It does go up to 60 frames per second, steady 60 FPS. I have VSync on. I have triple buffering set to on. And yes, this is the creme de la creme of this game. It uses a Direct X12, full functional Direct X12. I have everything selected on Direct X12, the highest possible quality, and I will talk about what are the key differences with Direct X12 as we do the analysis of the players in the stadium. 3D grass is on, bloom is on, SSAO it's on, depth fog it's on, lens flare is on. This is all part of Direct X12. High resolution circular DOF, okay. Distance of field, all of that stuff it's on. Mesh quality, it's ultra. Shadow quality, it's ultra. Crowd quality, it's ultra. All of these things are set to ultra settings. So as you can see, not only do I have Direct X12, but I have fully functional Direct X12, everything set on maximum. And on top of that, I have ultra settings set to the highest possible maximum settings that you can get on top of the native 4K. So you're getting a native 4K resolution with full DirectX 12 features, ultra settings, and on top of that you add HDR, and it's just icing on the cake. But the thing is, you guys weren't able to see the HDR. There's just no way for me to record HDR. Right now, I don't have the technical capabilities to do so. Okay, I don't know how Digital Foundry does it. They have a technical team behind it. You know, they have money, they have studio, they have means to do it. I don't have the means to do it yet, so I can do it. So you just have to bear with me. All right, now me having said this, the reason I did this, it's for credibility reasons. So that way you guys know that I am running this in 4K, that I am running this in full DirectX 12 with the ultra settings and everything. So that way I don't want you typing down in the comment section, oh man, this guy's bullshitting, blah, 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 blah. No, as you can see it right here, it's there. Now let's go ahead and let's do some analysis, shall we? Just remember, HDR will be stripped out. And stripping that HDR, you will see just how much it hurts the game when you don't have the HDR on. And let's go ahead and let's do this. It does have a cloud service, EA cloud service, so you can continue your franchise where you left off, which is pretty cool. And we can continue playing right here. This is Eagles versus Steelers. I chose Steelers. We'll do a few plays, and then after that we're gonna analyze the graphics. A lot of people ask me, what is going to be the major difference between this and the console version? Guys, console version is DirectX 11, and it's going to look good with the 4K and HDR. But when you add PC with all of these accolades, with DirectX 12, with this Frostbite Engine that takes full advantage of DirectX 12, when you do that, and then you add native 4K with high dynamic range, it's just a whole new ballgame. Right now, you guys are not seeing what I'm seeing. You know, the grass looks much darker, and the bright green looks much brighter. Okay, but you guys cannot see that right now because the HDR has been stripped. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to try to show you the graphical enhancements that Direct X12 does here. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. Hold on. First, let me talk about the stadium. The stadium, it's really done nicely here in this game. Everything looks rendered nicely here. From the crowd to the reflection on the stadium, as they do have those nice volumetric reflection implementation on this game, and volumetric light here just looks amazing. There's a depth of field here, man. There's definitely a nice draw distance here, and the clouds are 3D. They're not like one of those stationary clouds. They're 3D clouds, and they really look great. Now let's talk about the Direct X12. Now, one of the things that you will notice about Direct X12 is just the amount of textures that's available here. When the players are running, like for example right here, let me get to the Eagles right here. The one thing you will notice is how much Direct X12 implements with the textures here. There's no jagged edged lines. There's no the textures look very detailed. Like the textures on his biceps and triceps, shoulders and forearm looks really detailed, you know. And this is what you're getting with Direct X12. You're getting much better, less jagged textures. Let's take another example, like right here. Let's go over here where it's more brighter sun right here, and let's look at the Eagles right here, and just look at the textures right here on his forearm and the shoulders, and then also the helmet. Just look at the reflection on the helmet. It's exactly done like in a real time. Like the reflection, it's exactly implemented as it would be in real life. Like the stadium reflection right here, that's up here, you see it as it would be in real life. Okay, and the amount of detail that you see on his forearm, on the textures, even on his gloves. I mean, there's no jagged edge lines here. I mean, you will not see them here. You will not see any jagged edge lines. This is like you watching a CGI movie. It's what it is. It's almost like you're watching a CGI movie. But please do keep in mind, you can see HDR. And I hate the fact that I cannot record this in HDR, because HDR is stripped and you're not seeing the HDR. But when HDR it's implemented here, it's the whole thing changes. It's a whole new ball game. Okay, when you have HDR, it changes the whole perspective here. Let's go again. Let's replay this. Let's choose another player here. Let's go over here. And let's bring the camera a little bit closer here. As you can see, there's no jagged edge lines. Everything is smooth. Everything looks very polished up. You know, it's almost like you're watching a CGI movie. I mean, even when you get really close to the players, you know, you see the amount of detail that's there. Even on the Godard here on 88, you don't notice any jagged edged lines. The textures are really you really appreciate Direct X12 when you bring the camera closer to these players, and then you appreciate what Direct X12 can do, especially in a native 4K resolution. Just I want you to let this sink in, and I'm trying to do my damn best here just to explain to you what are the key differences here. When you have Direct X12 Frostbite Engine with ultra settings, everything turned on, and then you implement that 8.3 million pixels of native 4K resolution, you will see every detail when you bring the camera close to it, especially in a big screen 4K television, 65 inch or 75 inch. And then on top of that, the icing on the cake, which is high dynamic range 10. When you add high dynamic range on top of that, you got yourself a jaw-dropping looking football game. National Football League game, NFL, Madden, which is based on John Madden, obviously. And this is where I have to agree that the PC version, it's definitely the best version. And this is the first time since 2008. Was it 2008 or 2007? It's been, what, 13, 14 years since we have seen PC version of Madden. And Madden's back now with the PC version, and it looks better than ever, man. You can tell that they really spend a lot of time with the PC version. I mean, the amount of detail, it really looks like CGI. This is like you're watching that Final Fantasy CGI movie. I mean, it really looks that good. And there's no jagged edge lines because we have Direct X12. This really shows you what Direct X12 can do. And they're not even using full potential of Direct X12. Obviously, in Battlefield 5, we'll probably see that full potential. But this looks amazing. Like what you're seeing here with this, with Direct X12 here, it's just mind-blowing. But then again, I want to apologize to you guys because I wish that there was a way for me to record HDR. As I said earlier, I don't want you guys typing on a comment section, man, it looks kind of bleak. I get it, I understand, but that's because the HDR has been stripped away. And I'm glad that I'm doing this video without HDR because I want you to see just how much you are missing without HDR and how important HDR is. A lot of people ask me, is HDR important? You goddamn right it is important. I can't even go back to watch a movie without freaking HDR. Are you kidding me? People who complain about 4K, oh, it's a 2K intermediate to 4K. What about the high dynamic range? What about Dolby Vision? You totally forget that. You totally put that aside. How dare you? But you're going to bitch and moan about 4K, it's fake 4K. Give me a break. Does your Blu-ray supports HDR? No, I don't think so. Does your Blu-ray supports Dolby Vision? No, I don't think so. Does your Blu-ray support high bit rate? I don't freaking think so. Give me a break. When you buy a 4K movie, not only do you get a 4K movie, but you get a higher bit rate, high resolution, and you get high dynamic range, Dolby Vision, and yes, you also get a Blu-ray copy of a movie and a digital copy of a movie. So for people who bitch and moan about 4K UHD Blu-rays, give me a break, okay? Stick to Blu-ray movies if you like, if you want to be that much of an idiot. But don't tell me it's a fake 4K, all right? It's still a 4K. It may not be a full-blown native 4K that you might be looking for a reference demo, But there are movies that support that. There's The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio and the other actor out there, Tom Hardy. All right, there's Planet Earth 2. There are plenty of 4K movies out there that even utilize native 4K. But we're talking about the games. The reason I mention that is because I want you to understand what a huge role high dynamic range plays and Dolby Vision plays in video games. Okay? And just look at this. I mean, just you're not going to see here, let me get to the player over here. Let's get back to him again. I'll bring it back again here. A little bit closer. This is like a CGI, dude. Like you're watching a CGI. I'll bring it a little bit closer. This is like a CGI. And I'm trying to do my best here to show you this. And also keep an eye on the shadows. Just look at the shadows and just how wonderful that's being done. Look at the shadows. And it's really done nicely, man. I mean, I'm trying to do my best here, guys, and hopefully you appreciate this. I'm trying to give you what I can give you. I'm trying to give you the best I can here. And if you guys don't believe me, that's up to you. I mean, there's nothing I can do. But just remember, the PC version is the best version. Okay? I'm not sponsored by EA. I'm just letting you know, if you want the definitive version, if your PC can handle it, the PC version is definitely that version. Okay? And you will definitely get the best of this football experience of National Football League, Madden. You'll get it with the PC version. Okay? So I don't know if there's anything else I can say. The game looks amazing. You guys need to pick it up. You need to check it out. You have to see it in person. When you download this game, when you install it, when you play it on your PC, you'll come back to this video and you're going to say, oh, I know exactly what he's talking about now. You know. So this is the best Madden that you're going to get on the PC version. And you can tell they really put a lot of effort on the PC version because they really want the PC version to look its best. And it looks its best, and it's the best version out of all of them that you're going to get. If your PC can handle it. If you can handle it, I mean, this is it. This is like a CGI. I mean, look at this, man. It looks CGI. No jagged edged lines. It runs smooth as a butter. And here, I'll even zoom out, man. Look at that jersey on Wisniewski. That looks just amazing, dude. Him patting the Peters. It just looks amazing, dude. Look at the helmet. There's barely any jagged edged lines, man. It just looks amazing. Just looks amazing, dude. And even here. Well, there you have it, guys. I don't know what else I can say except that it looks great. PC version is the best version to go. I think if this video is not going to convince you, then I don't think anything will. But you'll just have to take my word for it. Buy the game, try it out, and you will see for yourself what this thing really looks like. So there you have it. Yeah, PC version of Madden is the best version to go with. If your PC can handle it, and if you're a football fan and you connect this to a television, you will just see just how much better it looks. But you're going to need a beefy PC. I mean, I'm not going to lie. You know, if you want to take full advantage of Direct X12 and all these accolades, you will need a beefy PC. I will have my specs presented on this video down below. You guys can check it out. And other than that, thank you for watching this analysis. Have a good one, though. Take care.